Hi, I'm Crystal.
And I'm Angelina, and we're the choreographers of this year's sleeve dance. For our piece, we wanted to combine traditional movements from water sleeves with more modern music and elements from jazz. Our piece is inspired by Asian nightlife and overall just having fun in the club with your best friends.
The first section is slower with more hard-hitting choreography in smaller groups. It mixes open hand and sleeve sections together. In the second section, the music picks up pace and the movements become more fluid. Everyone wears sleeves and comes out together. In our dance, we wanted to blend different textures, explore different styles, and most importantly, have fun.
We really are excited for you to see this piece, and we hope you enjoy!
Hi, I'm Cynthia.
And I'm Louise.
And this year we decided to do a traditional Chinese/tutting style of dance. Normally you don't really see these two dance styles meshed into the same dance, as one is more traditional Chinese and the other is more street style. But I was really inspired when I saw a dance on a Chinese competition show combining the two styles. I sent it to Louise and she was also super excited about it. So this year we decided to choreograph a tutting/Chinese traditional style dance.
Yeah, so the song starts off pretty slow where we start off with the more traditional aspects and then it'll start picking up and then transition into the tutting part where there's a lot of togetherness and then also you get to see a lot of the intricate movements. And then the song will then transition back into the more traditional aspects. And we're very excited for you to see.
Hi, my name is Rebecca.
And I'm Hannah, and we choreographed this year's Mongolian piece. We chose to focus on a bird-style Mongolian that includes a lot of arm and upper body movements that mimic a bird.
And we were inspired by constellations, specifically Aquila, the eagle constellation. So we wanted to recreate this feeling of soaring through night skies. And we also wanted to thank our 11 beautiful dancers for bringing our vision to life.
We hope you enjoy our dance.
Hi, I'm Brilliant.
And I'm George, and we choreographed this year's Wushu piece.
Our piece celebrates the artistry and power of the traditional Wushu straight sword. We wanted to focus on every aspect of the sword, including the blade and the sheath.
Our choreography explores relationships within communities, centering around concepts of unity, solidarity, and dedication toward a common goal. We hope to use the straight sword as a medium to highlight Wushu's excitement and beauty, but also highlight its strength and liveliness.
We want to thank all of our amazing dancers, and we hope you enjoy our piece.
Hi, I'm Michelle.
And I'm Louise.
And we're the choreographers of this year's scarf piece. The traditional aspect of our dance was inspired by Salpuri, which is a Korean spiritual dance performed as a cleansing ritual for the dead. The movements tend to be calm and controlled, yet have a dynamic undercurrent.
And we wanted to connect this with modern, where it's typically more expressive and has more freedom. And the use of our scarf is used to represent the relationship between the living and the dead. We hope you enjoy.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Steven.
And I'm Robbie. We're the choreographers of this year's soldier piece.
Soldier follows the journey of a commander and his 6 soldiers through a great battle. This piece has 3 parts.
In the first part, the commander trains his soldiers. As he teaches them moves, they follow along diligently.
In the second part, the commander and his soldiers enter the battlefield and throw themselves into the battle. At first, the fight seems lost as the soldiers are slowly pushed back by the enemy. But then, in a stroke of inspiration, the soldiers recall the dance moves they learned during training to usurp the opponents.
In the third part, as all seems one, soldiers begin falling left and right. Indeed, there is a traitor in their midst.
We hope you enjoy our piece. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Hannah too, and we choreographed this year's Lotus Guodian piece.
Our piece is centered around the Chinese saying, 出污泥而不染, and it draws parallels between how the most beautiful lotus flowers can still bloom in the muddiest of waters, and how humans too can rise stronger than ever despite challenges in their past.
People often are bound and feel trapped by societal and personal struggles, but eventually people coming together are able to get through these struggles untainted and have a hopeful ending.
We hope you enjoyed our dance.
Hi, my name is Alex.
And I'm Angelina.
And we're the choreographers of this year's ribbon piece.
When interpreting this year's show theme, we landed on the Korean concept of inyeon, inspired by the movie Past Lives. Inyeon means fate, but specifically about the relationship between people. And it describes how people are destined to meet one another because we meant something to each other in our past lives.
And our piece uses the fribbin to represent this relationship. As the fribbin passes between people and within groups, this is meant to represent the ebb and flow of relationships. And we're super thankful for our dancers for working so hard this semester.
Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Brilliant.
And my name's Jason.
And we choreographed this year's Jeojo Yanga inspired dance for those we hold dear.
Our dance focuses on themes of community and each individual's role within their respective communities. Life often comes at us unexpectedly, but it's nice to know that no matter what you go through, your friends and family will be by your side.
We wanted our dance to reflect the connectedness of community while also highlighting the importance of differences and individuality. And big thank you to our wonderful dancers and our friends and family watching.
We hope you enjoy our dance!
Hi everyone, I'm Bonnie.
I'm Steven.
I'm Robbie.
And we're the choreographers of this year's Tinikling. This year's Tinikling is a story about growing up. We start off with section 1, which is traditional Filipino Tinikling, which is a very lively and joyful dance. We hope that this will evoke memories of playing outside with your friends as a child, and this represents in our story the childhood innocence.
But all too quickly, this childhood is lost. Section 2 is about adolescence, where our dancers start to retreat themselves into their own shells, and they start to try to find themselves and discover their own personalities and individuality. You can see this in our dance through flashy moves and a lot of dancer showcases.
However, in this individuality, they find themselves alone. And so they come together in the third section through very formation-heavy moves and seek something comforting.
Hi everyone, I'm Bonnie.
And I'm Hannah.
And we choreographed this year's Dunhuang dance.
Our piece follows an archaeologist's cultural journey of discovering their heritage after uncovering beautiful murals in China's Mogao caves in the city of Dunhuang.
They'll traverse through 3 different landscapes with figures with colorful pipas, ribbons, and tambourines, and you'll watch them step out of their paintings of old to tell their story to the world.
Everything culminates in a grand celebration of culture and history before these figures step back into their places carved into the stone walls. We hope you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Angelina.
And I'm Michelle.
And we're the choreographers of this year's paper fan piece. As a part of our last piece as seniors on Pan Asian, we wanted to create a dance where we experimented with a lot of different moves that we haven't done before. So this piece combines hip hop with a lot of traditional movements, kind of capturing our experience being on PADT for the last 4 years. The piece starts off really fun and happy, and we wanted to capture the vibe of us just hanging out with our friends and having fun.
In the second half of our piece, the party is over and we're reminiscing about all the good times we've had with our besties, similar to how we're reflecting on our time in Pan Asian during our senior year. We wanted to thank all of our dancers as we've been experimenting with new moves, and yeah, we hope you enjoy our piece.
Hi,
We're Rebecca.
and Angelina.
And we're so proud to be this year's choreographers of the LED ribbon dance.
Our dance follows the Japanese legend Ryuto, which represents a manifestation of light over bodies of water in which dragons reside. The first half of our piece is actually open hand, but features one prop, a glowing orb. And the orb represents the dragons before birth as balls of energy. And our dancers mimic the movements of water in which the dragons reside.
In the second half, the orb explodes out into our LED ribbons, which represent the dragons dancing across the waves. And our goal with this piece was to create a breathtaking experience with mesmerizing lights and beautiful lines, taking the viewers through the story of this Japanese folktale.
We want to say thank you to our dancers,
And we hope you enjoy it.
Yay!
Hi everyone, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Bonnie.
And we choreographed the dance in the Xinjiang style this year.
In particular, this dance follows the Uyghur ethnic style. We wanted to create an atmosphere of lively celebration under a breathtaking view of the Milky Way galaxy in the grasslands of Xinjiang.
The interactions between people in the community mimics the beauty in the way that people throughout history have imagined connections between the stars through constellations. We'd like to thank our 5 other dancers for really making this piece come to life, and we hope you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'm the choreographer of this year's BSF piece. For one of my final pieces with Pan Asian, I had this vision to create a dance that emulated the feeling of water in 3 different ways. And so in the first section, it's more of a calm, quiet pond with like soft little ripples. And then it transitioned to the second song, which is more about rushing waterfalls and rivers and streams. And so the overall vibe is a lot more happy and playful until we reach the third section, which is when you feel like you're being dragged underwater and the current's pulling you back and forth. So the energy is a lot darker and weighted. Overall, I had a lot of fun choreographing to different movement styles, and I hope you enjoy the piece.